Welcome back to 123 Kimchi. So you might have seen Gukbap or Korean rice soups featured recently on New York Times Cooking. Today I'm going to share with you the authentic version from southern region of Korea, 경상도식 소고기 뭇국 or 경상도 style spicy beef and radish soup. This is the kind of soup that my grandma always makes in winter, and you can also easily find them at soup stalls at Korean markets. Before we start cooking, let's prepare the ingredients. First, slice your radish into chunky pieces while rotating it. As my grandma always said, this gives a better texture than just slicing it straight through. Next, trim the soybean sprouts by removing the little heads. You don't have to, but it's a small extra step that makes the soup taste lighter and more refreshing. Then halve your green onions lengthwise and cut them into bite-sized pieces. For the beef, I'm using flat iron steak today, but brisket is the best cut for this soup. Slice it against the grain into bite-sized pieces, and now we're ready to cook. Start by heating some sesame oil in your pot over medium heat. Add the beef and saute until it's slightly browned on all sides and has released some fat. Then toss in your radish chunks and gochugaru, Korean red chili powder, and stir for a minute or two. This step builds a nice depth of flavor right from the start, but be careful. If gochugaru burns, it can turn bitter. Add gukkanjang, Korean light soy sauce to season. Next, add 5 cups of water and a big sheet of dry kelp, and it's going to create good umami to the soup. Bring it to a boil, then lower the heat and let it simmer for 5 minutes. Pro tip, don't skim up the foam because this is where all the good flavor is. After 5 minutes, remove the kelp, and it's time to add the rest of the ingredients. Toss in the green onions and soybean sprouts, and of course, minced garlic is added too. To add extra layer to the broth again, add fish sauce. Let it simmer for another 20 minutes so all the flavors come together beautifully. And that layer of chili oil, that's where all the flavor is. Once everything is tender and the broth has absorbed all those flavors, finish it off with black pepper and season with salt to taste. To serve it gukbap or rice soup style, put the rice in the bowl first and then pour in the soup. Then take out a ladle of the soup and refill it with hot broth from the pot again. This is how it's done at rice soup stalls in Korean markets to keep the soup extra warm. To me, it's like a warm hug in a bowl, the rice soaking up all the warmth and the broth that's refreshing and so hearty. Wanna join me eating this delicious gukbap? Let me know how you liked it and see you next time!